Did you know that it takes on an average 200 job applications and about 6 months of applying before someone can actually get hired? It's important to understand how companies make hiring decisions to ace the process. As a career coach, I coach my clients on how to land their jobs faster. And in today's video, I will share some of the same insights and the formula to get hired faster. Let's dive right in. Newsflash, hiring is subjective. In my 20 plus years of hiring experience, I have rarely seen candidates get hired through a pure lens of objectivity. We all wish that it was unbiased and straightforward process, but the reality is that it is not. It's usually messy and complicated both for the candidate as well as for the company. Hiring process is about fulfilling a company's need, and while hiring for any position, almost all companies use a simple formula to assess any candidate. The formula is expected ROI divided by hiring risk and multiplied by resume power plus culture fit. So if you want to land more jobs, more interviews, you need to understand this formula and know how to influence these four variables in the formula. Let's look at all these four variables. Expected ROI or return on investment is a company's perception on the value that you will create in that role. During the entire hiring process, the interviewers will assess you on this. So how do you influence this variable and make sure that the interviewers see you as the right high value generating individual? You can do that by demonstrating your knowledge and expertise in the interview process. In your resume and interview, highlight similar projects that you have led in the past or similar problems that you have solved for your previous companies. Take a data-driven approach. If you are in a sales role, highlight how much business you brought in your previous role, year-on-year growth, and the net new business generated. If you are in a product management role, highlight how many products you launched and the business that they generated for the company. Bottom line is, immaterial of your functional area, you should be able to demonstrate with concrete numbers how you generated value for the company in your previous roles. Now, if you don't have previous experience that aligns with the role that you are interviewing for, you can still demonstrate expected value. You can talk about the skills that you have acquired and the certifications that you have gained. A very powerful way to demonstrate value is by solutioning for company's problem during the interview process. So do your research about the company that you are interviewing for, and during the interview, use that research to provide responses that solve companies' problems. This will showcase how you approach problems in general and the process that you follow to find solutions. Basically, all companies are looking for someone to come in and solve their problems. If you can show the hiring team that you can be that person who can solve their problems, you are valuable to them. Now let's talk about hiring risk. This is interviewing team's perception of you as a risk. Will you be a bad hire? Remember that bad hires cost company in terms of money and effort. They don't want to hire you and then replace you in a few months. So they want to make sure that you are right for the role and that you will stay in that role. It's not just about whether the company likes you. They also want to know if you like them, if you like the role, and if you are excited about the opportunity. You can influence this variable both during the application process and the interview process. Before you apply for the job, check if someone in your network can refer you to the hiring manager. The company wants to hire somebody who is reliable, and reference provides that initial credibility. Now let's move on to the resume power. This variable is very important in the whole formula. This is how you first get noticed by the recruiter and the hiring manager. So you need to make sure that you put your best foot forward and ensure that your resume stands out. It starts with making sure that your resume is ATS friendly. How many times have you applied to a job only to get an automated rejection message? that message is sent by ATS without even having any human being actually look at your resume. When you upload your resume while applying for a job, it goes to Application Tracking System or ATS. You need to ensure that your resume is created in such a manner that ATS highlights it for the recruiter and the recruiter gets to see your resume, because only when somebody sees your resume they can act on it. I have created a course for you on resume creation and application process with templates, keywords, and sample referral emails that you can leverage to stand out in the application process and increase your resume power. The link is in the description, so make sure to grab it now. It's a very powerful course and many of my clients have leveraged it successfully to land multiple interviews. And finally, the culture fit. Most companies want to make sure that your working style, your values, your leadership aligns with the company. Leverage the referral notes and the interview process to demonstrate a strong culture fit. Don't shy away to share your values or your ethos in the interview process. Now, in the entire job search process, know that your network is your best resource to get your resume in front of the hiring manager. So leverage your network powerfully. If you don't have the resume power, you will not get to the interview stage. If you have high value, but your risk is high, you will not be able to clear the interview. And if you're not a culture fit, you will fail even when you get hired. So the best way to move forward is to take a very good look at this formula and identify the gaps that you have in your skills or network or your resume and start filling those gaps. Basically, you need to align these variables in such a manner such that this formula works for you. This powerful method will help you get your job faster. If you need any help, you know that you can always reach out to me through my website. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't done so, and I will see you in the next video. Have a successful week. Bye-bye.